Alrighty. Just lost a trade. It is 9:45. Got stopped out about 10 minutes ago. Figured I'm not really going to have much time today other than now to get my backtesting in. I have to do 1 hour of backtesting for every trade I lose. Have 3 classes today, so I'm not really going to be able to do it at any other point. So I'm doing it now. So let's get started. Alright, so clear sweep on liquidity on the weekly time frame, still respecting this weekly fair value gap. Now, even though order flow is technically bearish, this looks very bullish to me. So I'm bullish on the weekly. I mean, you can see the sweep on the daily here as well, right? Now the daily, a little bit tougher to get a read on. We broke structure here, which would have been bullish for us. That was nice, but then we respected the bearish fair value gap, and we proceeded lower. So to me, I'm going to call this bearish order flow. I'm bullish on the weekly. Daily is just again a bit harder to analyze here. More of a range type thing. Oh, let's go to the next day anyway. I didn't realize this day was over. Okay, so now let's go to the weekly one more time. I want to see. So if we're bullish here, right, next draw on liquidity should be previous weekly high, but also the fair value gap that was left behind, right, as a draw. So that's that. Just gotta be careful because we're, we are bullish on the weekly, but we are right now inside of a bearish fair value gap on the daily, and we're, at the moment it's being respected, so have to be careful. Do I love the equal lows here as well? No, I don't. I really wish this was the sweep and it just went, right? But so when I'm looking at this right away, it doesn't look like the ideal setup to me. Yeah, it's a bit shit. I can't lie. Current trading range on the hourly is, this, that, whatever you want to. Technically, you can argue it's this. Either way, like it's very choppy price action. Like it's not the best. Yeah, genuinely, I don't know. Like, could we get a quick sweep to take out these highs? Like sweep, then go, and that could be a potential trade, sure. But I don't know. I just don't like where price is right now. This is something that I would be perfectly fine avoiding, like a day where I'd be perfectly fine not entering anything. This is just ugly, bro. Okay, continue to range. That was a good day to sit on our hands. So that was nice. Good discipline there. Alright, so we're doing another leg lower here, which is fine. It's understandable because we kept these equal lows here, which I really fucking did not want. Still respecting fair value gap. I mean, as low as here is what we can do. before it's no longer being respected. Now, to be fair, if I go to the monthly, you'll see probably, I would assume. This is a order block on the weekly, right? Because this is the trading range and it's below equilibrium and it's swept liquidity, so it's also an order block. There's multiple reasons or multiple PD arrays on the weekly, so even if this was disrespected, this fair value gap, you still have the order block. But right now it looks like the next draw, to be honest with you, it looks like the next draw is that low there. And you know, we can be bearish to that low because order flow is bearish on the weekly. It's bearish on the daily. So we can be bearish to that low. The trading range, so we are in a discount, but we're trading inside of a nice hourly PD array there. Wait, let me check in on that. All right, I like this if we can come up one more time, maybe. Because I don't love the eagle highs it's leaving. Fair enough, if that's what it wants to do. I don't want to chase anything, but remember that this is the draw I wanted. Technically there was a sweep here, it's just, you know. By the way, this was that 930 shit. Let's see, I'm not gonna trust it. Created more liquidity up there. It's ridiculous, but okay. So we're just ranging at this point. Okay, so there was your 930 opening. I mean, it was 931 to be fair to it, but I didn't want to trust it after today. So, but now you see, right, with our patience has allowed us to potentially get a real nice entry here. We've now taken this and we kept the smooth lows there. So all we need is distribution lower. Why does it have to distribute like that? That is very poor. Like, it keeps these intact. I hate how it keeps the highs intact. I really do. We have these smooth lows down here. I'm gonna like first draw here. We hit that, and then I'll take some off. Okay. You can take 75% off there. Move the stop loss at this point. Cool. Nice. That's a solid trade. And that was based around just literally being patient, right? Like, we might get something like that today, and I just wasn't patient enough. Like, full transparency, I just might not have been patient enough today. You know, I clearly wasn't, right? I clearly wasn't patient enough today. I was very antsy to get into a trade. You know, I still do believe that my model, I don't think I strayed too far away from my trading plan. I really don't. I just think I settled for shit, in my opinion. Like, there's A+ setups and then there's really bad setups. And I settled for, you know, it wasn't the best setup. Like, this is a real nice setup. Like, this is bread and butter for me. So, yeah, nice setup there. All right. At this point, dude, until further notice, I don't know, we gotta be careful here. We have to be careful for just a very obvious reason of the fact that we left some smooth highs above here that will eventually have to get taken. We've traded back into discount of the range on the weekly. We're trading inside of still an order block / fair value gap. And we swept the lows. So a lot of bullish price action going on, but at the same time, order flow is bearish, and you know, so we just have to be cautious of where we're at right now. That's all. Just checking up on my trade from this morning. I think it might end up going higher from here. Let me just show it real quick, because this is what this is actually something I was anticipating happening. I marked up the hourly, and this is why you don't get too anxious when you're trading to get into something. I marked this up this morning as the trading range, the hourly trading range, because we swept sell side, swept buy side, and then we were ranging. This is external range liquidity, this is external, this is all internal. I was thinking we could potentially take internal range liquidity and then go for external range liquidity. So what very well could happen now is we get a sweep of this and then go higher. I just need to look for distribution. That's all. And I'll continue to look because I will just demo trade this. I'm not going to get in for a re-entry. I don't. But we'll see. But back to the back testing. All right. So. again, you got to be careful with where we're at right now. Price is sending some mixed signals. Order flow is not representing the potential for the sweep currently. But this could be a turning point. I don't want to try to time a reversal. And I know this looks like a prime opportunity for us to go higher from here, but order flow is bearish. I don't want to try to sit here and try to pinpoint a given time, even though this looks like a really nice time to do so. I don't want to pinpoint a time where we reverse. That's stupid. I don't have a crystal ball. But with that knowledge in mind, maybe I don't want to get into a trade because I don't want it to go against me. Because it can kind of go, it's at an inflection point right now where it can go one of two ways. Okay, so that's the 4 hour. Hourly broke structure after a sweep. Maybe if it can trade into like a fair value gap or something and give me my model on a lower time frame. But like that wouldn't be enough for me, you know what I mean? Like there's nothing there. On the 5 minute, of course there is something, but nice. Back inside this, kept. All right. Be a decent sweep there. But I don't know. I would go for low hanging fruit here again because I just don't like where price is sitting on the higher time frame. I don't like the equal lows. Fuck you and your equal lows. We learned about that last backtesting session. Well, didn't learn about it. I already knew about it, but I lost a few trades on the backtesting session from yesterday because of that very reason. I was getting in off of distribution. Once it tapped into a fair value gap, I was getting in off of it even though there were equal lows. Don't care. I'll miss the trade because realistically, this is what's going to happen most times. Let me see what this looks like now because we have extended much lower at this point. Yeah, I think I'm just going to let this be. I think being bullish here could be deadly, to be honest with you. Yeah. No, that would have been a trade that would have worked out, but that's okay. Next day open. All right. See where we are now on the daily still. All right, daily is still bearish. Weekly bearish. The next draw, however, could be here because we already took the previous daily low. We're still, actually we're not still in the, well yeah, actually we're still respecting the weekly fair value gap at the moment. Sweep. Don't like the choppy price action though, as we went higher here. That's not ideal. Is that your, no, it wasn't your 930 candle. I just don't like that choppy price action, to be honest with you. That's my biggest thing there. You see? Didn't like it. Alright, well, that might have just actually helped us a lot. Okay. We finally have an actual idea of where we want to take price to at this point, I think. This has been disrespected. Even the order block, essentially, at this point, has been disrespected. This is an objective. This is also an objective. There you go. There's your two objectives. We are bearish. Makes it easier for me. This is currently the range on the hourly. Can we get a sweep into a higher time frame PD array? We already are trading inside of an hourly PD array, but I need a sweep. This could be the only sweep we need, to be honest with you. So I'll keep an eye out for that. Because we already are trading in a 1 hour PD array. So that could be all we need. But no, okay, it came from both. That makes me even more confident, to be honest with you. Heads up. Well, actually, would this have been a proper entry or no? Yeah, still would have worked. Okay, hang on. I gotta go back here. Account for this fair value gap. Alright. Boom. Boom. Yeah. At the very least here, you gotta manage the trade somehow, so break even. Beautiful. Nice trade. Solid trade. Yeah. Solid, solid, solid. Boom, boom, boom. So on Wednesday of this week, we have FOMC, and then okay, that's the biggest news about me. All right. I mean, we're in a free fall at this point on the weekly. The daily has also broken structure, but we are trading inside of a monthly fair value gap, so that's something to take note of. Both those objectives hit. let me just, I'll mark up that monthly. If it goes below here and closes below here, then we're not looking good. I mean, bearish. All right. Just look at this real quick. Deep fucking discount that we're in right now. Problem is I don't really have a higher time frame objective anymore that's nearby. Like the closest liquidity objective on the weekly is all the way down here. On the daily, I don't know, it's pretty choppy, like down here, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to. We're still at an inflection point. It's pissing me off. Can it just trend? I mean, it is trending. It's trending down, but problem is, dude, now we're in this monthly fair value gap, and we swept monthly liquidity. I'll know once we close below this monthly candle. If we disrespect this fair value gap, then I know we're going to continue bearish for the time being. But right now, I can't be so certain that we're going to continue bearish here. So we're still at an inflection point. But I am bearish for the time being because I'm not going to predict a reversal, but I am keeping that in the back of my mind. We are in a monthly fair value gap. So we should see some resistance at this level. Does it fully reverse here? I don't know. Does it just retrace? We'll find out, but there should be some resistance at this level to the upside. All right, so again, like I said, problem is I don't know where to take this if I do take a sell, you know? There's no previous daily low or anything. We'll see if, right now this isn't an official fair value gap because this next candle hasn't closed yet. Yeah, but we're just gonna sit on our hands for this. There's nothing here for us. Not an official fair value gap. So let's see, what was that? So that was us going below. Okay. I'm gonna let it do its thing here. I mean, still bearish. I mean, there wasn't even really any follow through from that bullishness there. the target would be, at least we have a liquidity target now, would be the previous daily low. Got a sweep here into this fair value gap, but didn't happen at a good time of day. This is the day before FOMC, so gotta be careful. Gotta be cautious with what we take. I'd probably stay away, if I'm being completely honest, because I don't see an A+ setup here right now, and we have a FOMC tomorrow. Bias is bearish. That's just the way we're trending. Next liquidity target would be this previous daily low. It is a ways away. But I don't see anywhere where we can really sweep liquidity. I mean, to be honest with you, like this is the current trading range. So we've done more than reprice. This should be internal liquidity to come for external. Might be some substance to this now because we're sweeping. Well, I'd like to see it go a little bit higher. There we go. Three o'clock, so getting towards the end of the day here. Gotta be careful. That was really what I was waiting for. I don't know if we're gonna get. I don't know. This distribution just didn't look enough to me, if I'm being completely honest with you. Oh, nice. Good trade. Patience, right? We literally had to wait all day for that trade. Patience, patience, patience. Patience pays. All right. So that's that. Solid trade. Let's go to next day open. Still a liquidity target. I'll get rid of this line for right now. I just don't like it to be too cluttered. And that's not a very near-term target. It's a longer-term target. So this isn't an official fair value gap yet. This candle has to close to make it one. That's a pretty nice bullish candlestick though. And we're respecting this monthly fair value gap nicely right now. It's setting up for a decent sweep, but I said that about this candle too, didn't I? So gotta be careful. And then that ended up being like the most bearish week in a long fucking time. So you gotta be careful. But I'm still not convinced right now that we're gonna be flipping to bullishness yet. We haven't broken any order flow on either time frame, daily, weekly, or monthly. Actually, monthly still isn't officially broken to being bearish with order flow. So weekly and daily are unchanged though, still bearish order flow. So I'm going to remain bearish for the time being. Let me check the daily again. So if we make it up to here, that's fair value gap that we can sell from. Higher time frame PD array, but let's see. Oh, I forgot this is FOMC day. Let's just, here. Next day open. Thursday, anything crazy on Thursday? No. Alright, cool. But we did get the exact thing we were looking for actually. A sell from the daily fair value gap there. So, okay. But I don't trade heavy news days. Okay, we're ranging now on the 4 hour. I won't go as far as saying we're ranging on the daily yet, but it's close. I mean, we're in a bit of a range, right, from this high to this low. We are. Still bearish overall. So I'm targeting, this is the final target for bearishness right now that I have. As a sweep, we actually are trading inside of a, this is, if we trade above that, I have so many fucking lines in my chart now though, so I'm going to take this off, but inversion fair value gap and fair value gap. If we trade above the inversion fair value gap, that's when it gets disrespected, and we'll see where we go from there. But right now we're inside of that. Okay, I can go as high as that. This is actually the current trading range here, because we broke sell side and buy side. Boom, boom. Traded back into premium. Inside, yeah, I like this. If we can get my model here. I just don't really see it, to be honest with you. I mean, this was a sweep, right? But too late. This is not terrible. So let me give my insight on this, why I feel like this could be a potentially good trade here. All right. So again, we are ranging currently. I want to target this low. We're respecting this fair value gap nicely. So we have our higher time frame PD array. On top of that, this current trading range has been repriced into equilibrium. On top of that, we had a sweep, continuation, kept equal lows, back into a fair value gap. Okay. On top of that, our bias is bearish. On top of that, 5 minute time frame, we had a sweep, and then distribution lower. So I just need that. at this point. Well, gotta manage the trade somehow. Good. Good trade. Good trade. Nah, I got in at a reasonable time. I mean, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Next day open. Still looking real juicy that low. Still bearish. Do I love the consolidation at this point? No. But that low, man, I mean, lows on lows down here. Real smooth. I just need a sweep to the upside before I can do anything. Maybe there. We'll see. That could be the next target. If I was inversing this, I could definitely see me taking it price up to here to then go lower. And that's what we do. I don't know. Still find out if we go lower from here, but this is not an A+ setup just for this right here. We're barcoding on a higher time frame. The 4 hour looks extremely ugly, right? Now, with that being said, and aside from that, everything else looks good. We're sweeping liquidity to the upside. We're inside a higher time frame PD array. We have equal lows underneath here that I want to take. So everything else looks good, but that 4 hour looks real shitty. So this is where you have to decide, do I sit on my hands? Or is this good enough for me? Maybe I go for low-hanging fruit. I don't know. This is one of those trades where it'll test you. It'll test you, and I'm still trying to find that balance, and I think I'll forever be trying to find a balance of taking A+ setups and taking that too literally, where I'm missing out on some decent plays. But also then you want to be cautious of taking shit setups like I did this morning on my live account. So even though I technically still followed my trading plan, So is this an A+ setup? No, simply because we're ranging on the 4 hour, which I don't like. But everything else about it's good. If I go for low-hanging fruit rather than trying to target this low here, go for the equilibrium low or whatever, then it's got some potential to it. So you also got to recognize it's 11:14, so it's a little later in the AM session here. 11:30 now when it's starting to distribute to the downside. Still hasn't given us a fair value gap, so alright, no trade for us at this point. No longer respect. Okay, so we don't even have a higher time frame PD right at this point, so we're good. We'll just let it do its thing. We'll let it do its thing. Okay, this could be a draw. Very well could be a draw. So keep that in mind. technically we got a sweep here, but obviously these are equal lows at the end of the day, but we did get a sweep. But I'm willing to take a bullish setup here because we actually have technically broken structure or disrespected order flow, whatever you want to call it. And we have that magnet of that weekly bearish fair value gap that we're headed towards potentially. Not inside of a higher time frame PD array right now. So that's something to take note of. Fair enough. So that was a magnet. I couldn't take the trade because we just... Oh, fuck. Oh, I hate to be that guy. I know I get yelled at for fucking doing this and going back in time. I know I get yelled at for it. I just didn't see the 1 hour fair value gap that we were actually trading inside of. So technically, was it the greatest? PD array? No, because it had already gotten tapped into and we were kind of like, I don't know. But I just didn't even recognize that, to be honest with you. I don't know if we would have gotten an entry regardless, but yeah, we would have. Yeah, I hate to be this guy, but like genuinely this would have been a trade that I'm not doing this to fool myself. I've gotten comments before. Oh, you're fooling yourself by going back in time. No. Okay. Look, this is something on a live account. I flip through this very fast, right? I flip through this very fast when I'm backtesting. On a live account, I'm gonna have plenty of time to see, oh, we're trading inside of this. Okay, I wouldn't miss the fact that we were trading inside of this hourly fair value gap. I just so happen to miss it and I fast forwarded too fast. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create, well, first off, build confidence, but second of all, create a data or compile data for my model. This ticks every box of my model. I have a sweep. I have a higher time frame PD array that we're respecting or that we're trading inside of. I have my draw on liquidity mapped out for my take profit. And then when you go lower, I have, on top of everything else, I have another sweep on a lower time frame, but then I have my distribution, right? I have my distribution. So, boom. Point, stop to break even. And all right. So now we have traded up into this weekly fair value gap. This is going to be this is an inflection point here. Do we, and you'll see, well, we'll both see what we decide to do here. Now, the reason I think we'll probably disrespect this weekly fair value gap, we'll trade above it and close above it, is because we're respecting a much higher time frame fair value gap. We're respecting this monthly fair value gap. So this weekly fair value gap, maybe it holds for a week, but it shouldn't hold for too long. And this should get disrespected. So in the near term, is this something to be aware of? Sure, we could see some resistance off it in the near term, but realistically it should not hold for too long. Um, we do have a break of structure now. So order flows bullish on the daily. This actually isn't a fair value gap yet until this candlestick closes. Let's see what the news is. Do I love these equal lows here? No, I don't. Again, technically we did sweep with this candle here, but they're all relative equal lows and we kept this low. So there's a bunch of liquidity underneath here. Nothing. NFP. Okay, so we can't trade past Wednesday morning. Thursday and Friday are off limits this week. But right now I am bullish. Because we're bullish on the daily. And on the monthly we're bullish as well. And, well, we're respecting a order flow is still bullish on the monthly, and we're respecting a monthly fair value gap. So the only thing we're bearish on is this weekly time frame, and this fair value gap should not hold. We've done a very nice job of sweeping liquidity. We'll see how this closes, but this is the current trading range on the 4 hour. So we are in a premium. Keep the equal highs here. Sweep and go higher from there. That would be nice. That would be nice. Might get my wish. Oh, beautiful. This is textbook if we can get some distribution to the upside here. Alright. Inverse fair value gap. Boom. Okay, so this was a loss, but this is a loss I will gladly take because this followed my trading plan to a T. Like genuinely did. We had a beautiful sweep. We kept these equal highs. We were inside of a higher time frame PD, right, which was the 4 hour fair value gap. We're trading the trend here. The only thing that, and what ended up fucking us, was the fact that we had that weekly fair value gap that, you know, is going to get respected a little bit, so that's what happened. But I'm bullish on the monthly, I'm bullish on the daily. I had equal highs above for a target. We swept liquidity on, I mean, the hourly, the 15-minute looks beautiful as far as a sweep. Traded into a 15-minute fair value gap and a 4 hour fair value gap. And then we got our distribution, which looked really nice as well because it actually ended up, well, we broke structure and we also created an inverse fair value gap as well. I mean, I'll take this loss every day. That's like, if I took that loss today, I'd be more willing to be like, okay, great day of trading, because genuinely I followed my trading plan. Today, I think I followed my trading plan as well on the live account. I just a little bit more hesitant to say so because the setup, I don't know. Trading is such a fucking mind fuck, you know? But, yeah, no, this is a loss I'll take every time. I mean, I might be willing to get back in for a re-entry as well, to be honest with you. Let's see. Just gotta give me some distribution here. That looks good enough to me. Maybe I wouldn't do a limit order, do a market order here. For my second trade of the day, I'm very, very cautious of it. Retarded. Alright, we got this. We really, realistically, at this point, should not. Now, this was an ugly ass trade, I'll be honest. There might have been, on a live account, a time where I got out. However, I'll be honest with you. I'm okay with not having put my stop loss to break even until now. And the reason being, there was reason for us to come lower, and it would have taken me out. The reason being, we came and we swept these lows right here. I know you can't see because of this stupid thing, but we came and swept these lows right here, and there was fair value gaps laying underneath, right? So that's why I didn't feel comfortable setting my stop to break even yet. Now I do, because if we come down to my break even, this trade is done. Like, it shouldn't play out anymore. Let's see. Yeah, nice. All right, so. But notice how we're not respecting this weekly fair value gap right now. Time will tell if we close within it by the end of this week, but yeah, so I'm ready. Let's see if we can find one more setup here. So again, still bullish on the daily, so my bias hasn't changed. This is the trading range on the daily. So we are in a premium. Definitely some liquidity resting above there. This is Wednesday also, so this is the last day I can trade on NFP week, last morning. But a sweep here would be nice. Trade into here and then go higher from there. Would that also reprice us? Probably not, because that is a giant ass wick. Depends on how low it went. So that's nice, that's what we were looking for. So we got our sweep now. So now we just need a quick, let's see if we can get distribution. No break of structure yet. Now we have a break of structure. Now technically this is a break of structure and I could have gotten in here. That's okay though. I don't know if I would have been confident in that. This. What am I going to? Yeah. Make sure this is a limit order. Alright. We end our backtesting session on a loss. That is not fun. But, well, let's see, maybe there would be a re-entry opportunity like there was for us last time. Because, yeah, let's see. I mean, I like that trade. It's not like we took any crazy liquidity where we can't, job's not finished, Job finished. And even if I just target this, more near-term objective, that's fine. That works. Fuck. All right. Well, fair enough. Can't lose more than 2% a day. That's just my rules. So, all right. Not the bet. Oh fuck. Damn. I'm mad we ended the backtesting session like that. But that's fine. We traded January and February. But overall, I think it was a decent backtesting session. Let me pull this up. Yeah, it was solid. Solid. Stinks that we ended like that, but let's go here and see. Which one am I? This one. This one right here. No, I don't want to delete the strategy. I'll look at it. Where is it? 2022, right? January. Yeah, I mean that was a great fucking month. So yeah, no, solid backtesting session, right? Nice. Biggest thing from this backtesting session, and I said it a few times, just patience, right? If you can be patient, waiting for your setup, you're going to find that you'll lose more trades being impatient than you'll miss being patient. So